Great. So wait, hold on, was Luis correct? Humans are
Count Luis
Eldas?
has saved the country. He has driven off the human who sought to usurp it.
Count
Yeah,
Luis is
no.
our true savior.
Nope.
Sounds like we've got our next king then.
Might as well fall in with him. He'll keep us safe from any humans at the very least.
They'll be all right, won't they?
That boy is no monster. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Luis, what the hell did he do? Stay safe out there, boy.
The flow of that evil Magla was surely
Denny,
born from Luis's
surprised
magic.
you're here.
What a terrifying force.
I'll remember that sight for the rest of my days. But he hasn't got you beat yet, my friend. You can't tell me the fight's over.
Yeah, that's not good. Because they think that we're human.
Why?
Which I don't know if we actually are or not. I don't know if it was a trick by his magic, or if Eldas actually can become humans, and that every human we fought so far was once an Elda. I don't know. I mean, we took a monstrous form a la Attack on Titan, but I don't know, we still seem different compared to all the other humans we fought. I mean, we're looking nothing more like just a giant shadow with purple glowing eyes, compared to actual monstrosities we've seen. I don't know. How did this happen? Anyhow, there's no time to waste. Let's set course for the ancient Elden Sanctum. Don't lose hope. Hope's kind of already gone at this point, but we'll do what we can. Hopefully we can get to the prince in time, but we know Zorba's probably
It
there.
was more of a defeat than it was a departure. They board the gauntlet runner and rush from the capital, as though hiding from the shrieking animosity of the masses. What more can they endure? There is no light to be seen.
A hiding place for the Elder tribe. Wonders never cease.
We can marvel at it later. The mirror hasn't shown me anything for a while. I can't even see the room now, let alone the prince. No. Just after we'd finally resolved the curse, too.
Yeah.
Luis's final words trouble me. We must hurry on.
At first glance, it is a simple forest, deep as any other. But the observant may sense that every tree in its formation is ancient and grand, bathed in mystical serenity. The name of this place is familiar only to the few who grasp the truth. The ancient Elden Sanctum.
Okay, looks like we're here, but what about Zorba?
Walk, lad.
That's a relief. Seems like the rest on the right here did him some good.
Poor chap's even got me worried. I'll shuffle along too.
Hey, I reacted poorly when you were turned into that thing. I apologize. My mind just went blank. For a moment, I doubted you. Forgive me. I should have recognized Luis's drivel for what it was.
It's behind us now.
Nothing will shake me like that again, I swear it. I will never turn from you. And here's hoping there can be no surprises worse than that.
But what a sea of trees. If we get lost in here, we're never getting out.
I can sense a special barrier in place. Meant to deliberately lead people astray, too. A perfect place to hide.
That's where Prince is going to be.
How fares His Highness? Does the Farsight mirror yield any news? No. I checked a bunch of times in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm not seeing anything. I'm worried. Hurry and lead the way. Right. Everyone stay close so we don't get separated. The village is this way.
I'm worried about the prince. His life is in our hands. He believes in a world where people can make their own future just like you. He's the only one who can see that dream become reality. Now let's go get him. Hopefully he's awake now. I'm worried Zorba might already be there.
Huh? This looks like... Who are you?
Are you alright?
Is this where they met? My head's swimming. What is this place?
The royal flower? A surprise to see them blooming here.
Something about this place. Yes. The flow of Magla is strong here. It is much like the altar of the dragon god. The Magla in the air seems to be concentrated here. What is this place?
Gallica, something the matter? Your mind seems elsewhere.
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird feeling that something really important happened here. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Gallica doesn't remember it? Oh, there's Zorba. Yeah, we know about Zorba. Surprised Gallica doesn't remember that this is where they met.
Why?
Before I left home, I never knew these flowers represent royalty, but what are they doing with the ancient sanctum? Maybe the prince planted them? I don't know.
How odd. This place is clearly in ruins, but it doesn't look like natural decay.
It was burned to the ground. One day, a bunch of kingdom soldiers showed up out of the blue. Without so much as a reason. They made an inferno of the place.
But why? Why would His Majesty order such an atrocity?
Thinking back now, it may have been Forden who led the charge. I can't be certain. But if it was up to him, he would have done it just to purge the filthy Elder tribe.
Luis claimed that the Elden people were just another form of the humans. If he spoke true...
They're not. There's no way.
They might be, but I think there's more to that.
Died in the fire. And those who survived were forced to hide in caves. That way everyone would think they were wiped out.
'Tis a shrewd ploy indeed, to hide in a place the enemy themselves saw destroyed. Yet, why did Alcest? No matter. His Highness is in this cave, correct?
Yes, over there.
What?
Uh-oh.
That...
He draws no breath. Likely a stab in the back. I doubt he even had time to shout.
I recognize him. He was the associate of the first operative I came in contact with. He was a lot more skilled than those Sanctist warrior monks. But now...
Gallica, the cave is just ahead, yes?
Yeah, we need to get there
Yes.
now.
It's past the woods, over there.
Then we move.
Yeah, we need to go. I need to get to the cave. This is Macula Sensei. I'm worried about the prince. We need to hurry over to the hideout on the lower level. Hold on, we see other fairies. A fairy. I think they'll feel a little alarmed if we are all swarmed in on them as a big group like this. For now, let's leave them be and move on. Yeah, other fairies. The only one we met so far has been Gallica, so it is interesting seeing other fairies. Heisme? No. It's a fairly old Yigith man. Seems like he's working to lay a body to rest.
Russell? You're safe!
Russell.
Huh? My word. Is that you, Gallica?
You were His Highness's tutor.
Hmm? I know but one red-tressed knight. Are you the royal guard? The Lady Hulkenberg? By the heavens.
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted ally.
They've all fought to save the prince.
Alas, oh, what a tragedy. If this reunion had only been a moment sooner.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Russell, where is His Highness? What happened? Is His Highness safe?
A few days ago, those detestable cursed thorns finally faded.
Yeah, after we defeated Rella.
I cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It was truly a joy beyond words. It happened before we could fathom it. A lone stranger, a loathsome figure, came striding in. His Highness had only just regained consciousness since the curse's lifting. Yet, to protect us, he threw himself upon the assassin's blade. We were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart.
Are you kidding me?
Breathe his last.
We did all this shit just for him to die. Are you kidding me?
That can't be true.
The stranger was a master of magic. None could match him. Of the Resistance's numbers, only I remain.
Who was responsible for this?
I don't know who the murderer was, but he cried his patron's name aloud as he did the deed. For Count Luis.
Zorba.
From the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the lifelight left the prince's eyes, the stranger left, with only a smile.
An innocent boy, twice tormented in the clutches of assassins. All because of the family he was born into.
Luis, there really is no evil you won't stoop to.
Please, Russell. Where is the prince?
We've laid him in the prayer room for now, at the end of the cave. He rests just this way.
Yeah, we heal him? Or no, he said he got stabbed for the heart. I must
go to him.
You're right. Maybe we'll find some way to help.
I don't know if we can. Sounds like he was stabbed for the heart.
I'd heard a rumor that there was a boy candidate who claimed to be His Highness. So, that was you? 'Tis just as St. Rilla said. You're no scoundrel. Indeed, you risked life and livelihood to see His Highness restored. Strange. Something in you reminds me of His Highness.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing. Well, I will go before you to the prayer room. Once you are ready, you are free to join me.
Before I go to Prince, I think I'll help Russ lay this body to rest.
You going to stay here?
No. I must bear witness myself. As his knight, I must.
Okay, now let's go see the prince. Seriously, after everything we've done to finally get him awake, he dies almost as soon as he opens his eyes. The prince and the prayer room are lower low. I don't want to believe it, but we need to see him for ourselves. Yeah, after everything we've done. The voice? This voice. Yeah, it's the one that talks to us whenever we talk about the archetypes.
Long have I waited.
Whose voice is this? I keep thinking it's some sort of god, but I'm not entirely sure.
Hey, you.
Are you associated with the group that's been sheltering the prince? Because then that never claimed it has befallen us. Now if I get a close look at you, are you Elda? I heard that the prince was the only Elda in the resistance.
Pardon?
Hold on, did you really come from outside the sanctum? What's going on? No, that can't be. You're truly Elda.
You must hurry.
We're going. There's just people talked along the way. The resistance members can keep sacrificing themselves for all I care. It's not my problem. I guess I came out saying a little cold. I suppose I can help carry the bodies away. There's too many for how old he gave to handle all on his own.
What?
Right past the door is the living quarters. Lady Guide made it strictly clear that's not to be open under any circumstance. You heard me. Hurry along now.
All was for this day. There is still time.
Gallica, is that really you? I was wondering where you had gone off to. Well, thank goodness you're safe. How are the others? Delvers, they're fine. It's just a bunch of people who died. More permanently, Galka, we have to gather petals from the flower patch in the forest. Maybe later. Okay, I'm still on a mission, so now really isn't time to... You've changed, Galka. You're even starting to talk like one of them. So weird.
What?
Huh? Are you trying to be a person? You're strange now. That's mean. Don't be mean to Gallica.
Follow that.
The prayer room is located further in. At the moment, it's being used to mourn those who are no longer with us. I pray you don't cause a disturbance. Branches up ahead. Are you ready?
This way.
No. Your Highness.
Come on, there's gotta be something we can do.
Why?
I didn't realize anyone still remained to weep over this child. Huh? Gallica, you've returned.
Milady Gruide.
Gruide.
It's been a long time.
May I ask who this is?
She is the chiefess of this village. The Hermitess Gruide.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization when His Highness fled to these woods.
I can't believe he's gone. I'm just some parapus orphan from the slums. I was never supposed to outlive any prince. Was he killed here?
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. We moved him here to the altar once all was quiet. I don't know if you'd believe me, but I received a revelation. Should the prince die, his body should be kept safe and still here until the rightful day comes.
Rightful
Even
day?
if the boy is but a bastard sired by that despicable man. He is still Her Majesty's son.
Despicable? What, you mean the king? Wait, who's Her Majesty?
Do you know nothing
The
of the
prince's
child's
mother.
The
No.
boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient sanctum. His mother was our past chiefess, the queen of our elder tribe. She was a flower amidst the forests, a woman of such beauty, grace, and kindness. She saved this child from the flames. And it cost her her life. Her death is on that man's hands. Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But he failed to protect his family and died powerless. The village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way of the Sanctus Church's designs on the throne. And that insipid king could do nothing to stop them. But you see, this boy, His Highness the Prince, looks so much like Her Majesty. And so... You there, boy. Are you perhaps... no, it can't be.
Wait, hold on. I just realized something. She's the chiefess right now of the Elder tribe, but her eyes. I thought what made Elda's was the two different eye colors. Have I been wrong?
Is something amiss, Milady Gruide? He is one of Gallica's allies. His loyalty stands with His Highness, and he has risked much in the prince's name.
Whoa! What's with the formal introduction? You were the one who gave us our orders in the first place.
Hurry.
I hear the voice once again coming from somewhere.
Are you okay?
The time has come. Here thou camest to the end of thy journey. This secret place was home to thee. Now remember thy path thus far. Walk thy life's road and see it anew.
What?
I have been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Long have I waited for thy return. Know this, his life is not yet ended.
His voice.
This voice.
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, recount all thou hast seen and felt, all thou hast gained in thy journey's course.
Look now to the past and see the roads I traveled on this journey.
Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Louise, but thy efforts came to naught. So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the land's king.
In the prince's name.
In the prince's name.
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst declare thyself the prince.
It was all for victory.
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another, the young prince
is no longer with us.
No longer with us.
Thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
Wait, what? That's not true.
That's not true.
If the prince is dead, wert thy efforts all for naught?
His will
His
lives
will
on.
lives on.
So thy resolve is yet unbroken. So be it. Thou hast earned the truth. He was consumed by the curse, and was taken by a deep, abiding slumber. Yet his soul remained alive. So from his earthly form, I extracted his soul, that he might travel the land in Odyssey. And thus, his stilled sands began to flow once more.
Wait, hold on. You extracted his soul that he might travel the land in Odyssey. Oh, don't tell me. Are we his soul?
Has taken thee far, and taught thee much. So now I ask thee, who art thou?
I'm just a traveler. I'm the prince's friend. I am no one. I thought we were the prince's friend.
I'm the prince's friend.
Is that truly thy role? Clear your mind.
Are we his soul? The voice said that she extracted the prince's soul while he was slumbering so that his soul could wander the land. Are they trying to say that our character this entire time has been the soul of the prince?
To name but a few. Thy parents, memories of thy youth. Hast thou any recollection of where and how thy youngest years were spent?
Oh wow, I didn't think that. We actually don't know anything much about our character's past except that he was friends with the prince.
Yes. Thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
We don't have a past.
I don't have a past.
We're his soul, aren't we?
Thou hast nothing.
We're his soul.
Thou art a being of mine own creation.
Who is this voice? Is it a god? It sounds like a god.
Alone who the resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. Thy life had yet to begin. All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, was a memory. Thy mission to save the prince. Thy memories of youth in the prince's company, and the void enshrouding all else in thy past. All signs of thy conjured existence.
I have nothing?
Nay, the words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his true heart.
We are living creation of his soul.
Journey, the friendships made, the trust forged. These true things art thine own. All thy trials, all thy experiences, wert to prepare thee for this day, to share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
Your other self is the prince. We are literally a creation of his soul.
My other self?
Sorry, a random notification popped up. The trust friendship I've gained has been there to support me. But if they'd known I came from nothing, that I am nothing, would people have stood by me, believed in me? And the same goes for a desire to help anyone in need. How have I touched such a laughably idealistic belief this long? It was this entire time we've been going by the belief that I learned from the prince. But we've also been following because we're his soul.
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an ordeal beyond any you have yet faced. If thy desire is instead for freedom, thou mayest still abandon thy mission and end it here.
Is that right?
So I bid thee answer my final question. Who art thou in truth?
We're the prince's soul. Well, I guess since the prince's body is dead and we are his soul, I guess that does technically make us the prince, I guess. We are the prince.
I am the prince.
Ew! Ugh,
What is
hate allergies. I hate springtime.
Resonance.
Pollen's my worst enemy.
Could this be? But how? Impossible.
Hey, what's going on?
What awaits us now?
What happens now, yeah. Do we combine into one person, or do we just like...
Life is not yet lost. Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world.
His will and his soul? Or do we, like, disappear and then go into the prince and he comes back? Or is it the other way around? Or do they combine?
In his stead didst thou travel the world. Thou didst support his heart, and became his living fantasy. That is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal.
We were never his best friend, we were a part of him.
It all began with the novel in thy possession.
Moore's novel? I guess it helped to create his ideals.
Drawn by the divine relic.
The book is a divine relic?
Coalesced into flesh, and flesh coalesced into form. The form of an elder, as I once was.
We're not just his soul, we're his ideals created through the form of that book. The book is a divine relic. Interesting. That's when Gallican and him first met.
Come, awaken, reborn anew. No more the prince's dream of utopia thou wouldst chase. Nay, but thine own.
Okay, we both disappear. Are we actually going to combine to one person? We did. Yep, now we have white hair and two normal eyes. Well, this is going to be quite a thing to explain to our allies. Yeah, we got some explaining to do, huh?
What? What is this?
What's happened?
Thou hast done well to guide him this far.
This voice. I'm sure I've heard it before.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with the voice. I kept on thinking it was a god of some kind, and it might still be, but I don't know.
Thy mind should now be clearing. Remember now thy true charge. He was never a member of the Resistance. The mission, the departure, was thine alone. And thereafter didst thou encounter him.
Who are you? Wait, what am I saying?
In those long ago days, he had just been born into this land. Newborn in form, if not in appearance. The boy needed a guide. Thus, I decided his memories would be thine. Thou wouldst share past and purpose, a memory so crafted to suit thee. My journey to the capital would not be made alone, but alongside him.
No, that can't be. He was there when we got our orders.
He wasn't.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there?
I just realized that explains why a character has the archetype magic. That magic is probably because he is the soul and will of the prince. The archetype magic is also the prince's magic. The royal bloodline, that's why we have access to the power of the old kings. That explains why we have the power of the archetypes to begin with.
This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
No! But... I was alone?
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live to see this day, when our dearest wish is fulfilled. As he traveled alongside thee, he gained both strength and wisdom. It is only by thy efforts that my voice reached him. He has now been saved. And so the journey ends here. Thou hast fulfilled thy mission admirably.
What? Wait just a minute. What do you mean, it ends here?
From here on, thy path is thy own. Choose thy own future for thyself, and may the fates smile on thy journey.
You choose your own path now. You don't have a mission anymore.
How do we make sense of this?
Yeah, this is gonna be something hard to explain.
Is it really you? How do you feel?
I feel fine, yeah. We just dyed our hair, gained some new contacts. So, yeah, I feel fine.
I feel fine, I think.
There seems to be no doubt. He is still himself. But I also sense His Highness within him.
Everyone? I need to tell you something. The truth is...
So let me get this straight. You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and His Highness joining together, but that the former was this disembodied entity sprung from the latter?
Yeah, with the help of a divine relic, yeah.
Then that's why he had no memories? 'Cause he didn't even exist?
I see. Finally, I understand the strange feeling I had sensed upon our meeting. What shaped you, so to speak, was the prince's will itself, a part of his consciousness. Yes, the prince's very heart. He was his soul given flesh. Perhaps the form we knew was one shaped by material magla, much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Drakadios.
Yep, except we were manifested with the book, the novel.
A mass of magla with a will. Forget the dragon god. He may as well have been a dragon himself. Small wonder he awakened to an archetype before anyone else. It was no great aptitude for magic. He himself was composed of pure magla.
The self, as a manifestation of one's desires. Similar to archetypes. I suppose this is the very essence of magic.
You mean to say that it was not merely pretense to claim the prince's name? He truly was His Highness all along?
Yep.
If that's true, this is finally your reunion with your sworn liege. Seems like cause for rejoicing, eh? Lady Hulkenberg of the Royal Guard.
But I failed to protect His Highness.
No. I am sure the strength of your devotion had a hand in saving him.
While all and sundry believed the lad had shuffled off, you alone kept the faith, milady. And in the end, that faith was rewarded.
Very true.
Fate was changed.
Are you really His Royal Highness the Prince?
Yep.
Please, please forgive me, Your Highness. I failed you when you needed me most, and more. Despite being a member of your royal guard, I did not recognize Your Highness at our meeting, and showed you such insolence.
Pronounce your sentence. You've always been an ally.
Actually, you've been there for me this whole time.
He's right, you know. If we'd not met you, we'd certainly never have made it this far.
True.
This time, I will protect you. Even should it cost me my very life.
Finally, we've done Grius proud. We've really done it.
True.
By the way, what are we supposed to call you now? I mean, how would you prefer to be addressed, my lord?
Nothing's changed between
you can
us.
just keep calling me Captain.
No, Your Highness! With all respect, I must object.
But this is no time to be thick-headed, Miguel. He's the one who gets to decide what we bally call him, so we'll listen to him, eh? What?
You, sir, should be begging His Highness for forgiveness on bended knee. You mangled the royal runner to your own whimsy, you lout!
Hulkenberg's definitely back to herself.
Well, that is. I mean, it was all dashed useful in the end, wasn't it? A bit of clemency, Your Highness.
So much for acting same as always.
Okay, so was not expecting that. So our character was the prince all along. His will, his soul, manifested through the divine relic.
Not just that a child who'd lain cold for years could come back to us, but through such extraordinary circumstances. After so long in the curse's thrall, he could not even open his eyes. He may as well have been a corpse. But all this time, he had been on his own journey.
Yep, going around making friends, everything.
He spoke of a fantasy of traveling the world, meeting its people, seeing its truths. And without him even knowing, magic made it real. He is a child of Elden blood and Elden legacy. All these years he spent in the village, he has rested near the secret of true magic. Perhaps this is how it came to be.
His was a fantasy surpassing fantasy. It became more than a dream, but a self-possessed force acting of its own volition. And now, reunited, Prince and fantasy live anew.
Yep.
A journey to discover and reclaim the self, in all senses. No wonder he set off the custom igniter in the Royal Gauntlet Runner. It was the Crown Prince himself.
Yeah, that does explain that.
Even having it all explained like this, it feels like nothing short of a miracle.
I can only guess that fate had a hand in it.
That's right. I remember, I heard a voice. Guide him, it said.
A guiding voice?
A voice? Whose?
If you can't remember anything from before our journey, then we probably met after you'd only just... happened, right? I shouldn't have known you then. But for some reason, I was convinced that we'd always been together. I thought we both received the order to save the prince, too. Ever since the moment I heard that weird voice guiding me.
A voice? Lady Gruaday mentioned a revelation. Hold on, are we still being mystic and metaphorical, or was there an actual guide involved?
Kind of both, honestly.
I know someone was guiding me. I just don't know who.
So a disembodied voice. Hang on. Come to think of it, that sounds a bit familiar for me too.
Hey.
When you gain your archetype, you hear her voice.
Belongs to? Any idea?
Sort of, I don't know.
I have a faint idea, but I'm not entirely sure.
Come to think of it, this place, the light coming in, they seem familiar.
Oh, maybe, hold on, the voice, the female voice I kept on assuming was a god. Maybe it's the voice of the prince's mom, perhaps? That's just a guess. That's literally only a guess.
I might say the same. When I first acquired this power, I had a vision of somewhere not unlike these grounds.
Yeah, we see this every time someone gains their archetype.
That we've been guided as well.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps someone has been at your side unseen, watching over the course of your journey.
I think it could be the prince's mom.
I imagine all this comes as a great shock for you as well. But here you are, back in your rightful place. You have come to the end of your arduous journey and found new life. It is a life well won, grasped with your own two hands.
Chief Gruaday, we want to know everything. What is the truth behind your tribe, the Elder? We Mustari are also said to have inherited truths of the world before us. Histories hushed by sanctism. But this village, it is something altogether different. I myself feel a strange familiarity here. A lost haven underground, yet letting of the sky's light. Please, tell us, what is the Elder Tribe?
To know what we are, you must first know our history. Come to the altar room past the door. I'll wait for you there.
I guess it's time for a history lesson. Yeah, we are the prince now. Yeah, things have gone really interesting to say the least. Why do you have a shop thing above you?
What am I to do?
Quite stay at Village right now, so there's anything you need, now's time. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's not buy any weapons. Kind of already bought quite a good bit of weapons and such.